Hi, it's Sam here, and welcome back to the Adventures of Lola Badiola. In the last episode, we met Cayetano Tolosa, one of Lola's new colleagues at J Block. In this episode, we're going to meet the rest of the team. We will also discuss the common expressions, phrasal verbs, and advanced vocabulary used in the text. So, without any further delay, let's get back to the story.
The Adventures of Lola Badiola. Chapter 6. The Programmers. Leading the programming team at J Block was Diego de la Fuente, a Spanish national who had grown up in California and gotten a degree in electrical engineering from Stanford University. He had worked with JJ on previous initiatives as a consultant. Now he was a partner and major shareholder in J Block. He was a brilliant team leader, able to get the best out of the freaks and geeks around him. They included a Norwegian, a Dutch, a Brit, and 2 Spaniards. All the coders were men between 25 and 35 years old. All of them had ethical hacking backgrounds and lived and breathed computer code. Diego was a big, energetic man. His whole body was covered in a thick layer of hair, apart from the shiny surface of his head. On the outside, he looked like a ferocious grizzly bear. On the inside, he was more like a cuddly teddy bear. By nature, he was a nervous character, and that morning he could almost be considered hyperactive. He had a lot on his plate. First, he had to come up with a cybersecurity solution for a pharmaceutical company. Second, he needed to give some input into the creation of J Block's mission statement. And finally, he wanted to make a good first impression on the new commercial director. Diego knew that the key to the success of any tech startup was the close collaboration between the product and marketing departments. At that moment, the programmers had little faith in the commercial side of the business, least of all with Cayetano Tolosa. The arrival of Lola Badiola was, therefore, a key moment in the development of the company. "Okay, people, unplug yourselves. We need to start the morning meeting." From 8:30 to 9 a.m. every morning, Diego gathered his team to find out how they were progressing and if they had any problems. "First up, where are we with the POC for the pharmaceutical company?" he asked Turner, the British programmer. "Almost done. Just need to iron out a couple of bugs." "Good. Next, JJ wants our input on the company mission statement and slogan. Any feedback for the suggestions I sent you?" The silence was deafening. "Have a think about it. As you know, our new commercial director arrives today. The marketing push starts now." The programmers looked skeptical and mumbled their disapproval. "Okay, what's on your mind?" Van Dijk, the Dutch coder, was the first to speak. "You mean we're going to have another pretty boy wasting our time?" There was never any filter between what the Dutchman thought and what he said, both a strength and a weakness. "Pretty boy is a salesman. His job is to open doors for us, and he does that very well." Diego had the patience of a saint, but at times he needed to assert his authority. "And from now on, we're going to stop calling him Pretty Boy. His name is Cayetano, he's our colleague, and we'll treat him with respect." "Do we really need a sales team at all?" asked Turner. "Is that a serious question?" replied Diego. "The way I see it, our code sells itself." "Yeah," agreed Velázquez, one of the Spaniards. "Salespeople just get in the way." "The only thing they do well is book lunch," said Monk, the Norwegian, "and ask dumb questions. I've explained blockchain to Pretty Boy a dozen times, but he still doesn't get it." "We do all the work and they make all the commission," said Van Dijk. Diego allowed the 5 programmers to express themselves. He understood that coding could be a lonely and deeply frustrating process. These moments of communal complaining were a necessary evil. After 30 seconds, he interrupted their banter. "Listen, guys, I've heard through the grapevine that the new commercial director is a rock star. She was a top producer at Texpania, she knows the industry inside out, and she's adored by her clients." "The new commercial director is a woman?" asked Turner skeptically. "Yes, she's a woman," sighed Diego, "and her track record and CV are impeccable. It's a miracle JJ convinced her to join us." Once again, the 5 coders started arguing amongst themselves. Once again, Diego allowed them to express themselves. The discussion reached a crescendo until suddenly it stopped and everyone went quiet. Something had caught the programmer's attention. Diego turned around to see J.J. Thompson walking through the office. With him was a smartly dressed woman in her early 30s. She gripped the handle of her leather briefcase with strong but perfectly manicured hands. As she passed by, she looked across at the coding team, exuding confidence and authority, and smiled. Then she followed JJ into one of the meeting rooms. Diego turned back to his team. "Okay, boys, close your mouths and say hello to Lola Badiola, our new commercial director.